Hi, my name is Michaela Blackham, and I'm a front-end developer with a focus on accessibility here at Atten Design Group. Today, we will be going over how to create accessible PDFs from scratch using Microsoft Word. Similar to websites, it's always best to start from the very beginning. Using Word and the principles of web accessibility, we can set your organization up for success. We're using Microsoft Word as it is one of the most popular editors leading the charge with native accessible PDFs. A lot of the same principles carry over from web accessibility into PDF accessibility. We want to make sure that things like heading structure is correct, there is alternative text for images, contrast is sufficient, and so on. With that in mind, let's go over some of the basic tools and techniques we can and should use when creating an accessible PDF. When adding content, we want to think about the layout and structure as early on as possible. Is your content supposed to be in 2 columns? What about 3? We will go with this idea of structure and use text boxes to create a simple layout. With layout in mind, we're going to insert some text here by going to the Insert tab and going over to Text Box, Draw a Text Box. We're going to pretend this is a 2/3 layout, so we're going to add that text box that we need and include the title of the page. Because this is the title and the most important content on the page, we want to make sure that it's structurally a heading 1. As you can see, this is already a heading 1, however, it doesn't look quite the way we want it to. So we want to open up the Styles pane over here, and you can use the drop down to either create a new style based on this heading 1 or modify the style. We've already gone ahead and modified the style to go with heading Atten here. That looks a lot better. Now we can start adding more content on the page and making sure it's structurally the corresponding element, such as heading 2 will be a heading 2. And we want to keep going forward to make sure this goes with the rest of the text, whether it's lists, paragraphs, tables, and so on. And let's say you want to add some images onto the page. So we'll go over to Insert here, we'll go over to Pictures, and we'll do a picture from File. Here we're going to choose this detailed image that we have here. Similar to websites, we want to make sure that images and PDFs also have alternative text. The good thing about Microsoft Word is it actually auto-generates alternative text for the images that you put on the page. As you can see here, it has an automatically generated alternative text, but it's not 100%, so you may have to update it to work with what you're looking for. You also have the ability to mark as decorative if needed. Now keep moving forward with your document using these tools and guidelines until you have your desired design. Now that we think we have all of our content on this document, you have set everything up to the best of your ability, it's time to check your accessibility work. To use the accessibility checker, we're going to be using a finished PDF I have already created. In order to get there, we want to go up to the top and we want to choose Tools and check Accessibility. Right away, you can already see that we have a few errors to look at. If you choose the different pieces here, you can see that it highlights where the error is, tells you why you need to fix it, as well as the steps to fix that issue. However, just like other automated tools, sometimes there will be errors. So you'll see here that images that are object not in line, this just has to do with the fact that we used those text boxes to create our layout. That's something that will cause errors in Microsoft Word, but can be resolved in other tools such as Adobe Acrobat Pro. Once you've gone through the entire automated testing and review, you want to make sure that you do a manual review. This involves things like checking descriptive and meaningful link text, as well as checking that headings and content are in logical order. Once you feel that this is in a great place, you can go ahead and you can save the document by going up to File, Save As, and making sure you choose PDF, and double checking that Best for Electronic Distribution and Accessibility is checked off. This ensures that the PDF will be tagged correctly for screen readers. And that's it. You now have an accessible PDF. Working within Microsoft Word and following these instructions will get you most of the way there. Sometimes, depending on how complicated the design of the document is, it may require some extra enhancements using Adobe Acrobat Pro.